Oh my God. Oh my God!
We're not going to take it anymore. Kamala, you're fired. Get out. Get out. You're fired.
Ladies and gentlemen, I wasn't going to make any more videos about the TDS, but honestly, it's like a gift that keeps giving. And what I mean is there are so many videos of people out there melting, losing it over the fact that Donald Trump is going to be the next president. But I'm kind of confused. I think there's a lot of confusion. I hold accountable the mainstream news and these politicians turning us against each other. Most of these people I feel extremely bad for. You just look at them talk and you can tell they don't really even understand. It's just all regurgitated talking points fed to them. And I hope all these people get help. But dude, I think there's so much going on. I think I'm just going to stay focused on the TDS stuff on the Off Topic show for a little while because it's showing us all how important mental health is. And if you know anybody, and this isn't a joke, this is real. I mean, they really need to figure out a way to diagnose people for this because I think it underlines a bigger key issue, and that is that people, look at all these, people aren't as happy as they're all just saying online. When you dig underneath the surface, you realize these people aren't happy. They're sad. And that's a nice rain coming down, washing away all the BS. Anyway, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Thank you for watching the Off Topic show right here on YouTube. Oh, and on X, Facebook, Instagram, and anywhere else where you might see this face.
Harris did not win.
You won.
Trump. So I'm
take a breath.
Yep. So today may look a little different at school. Okay, there are probably going to be friends who have questions, right? I'm sure your teachers are going to, I think, we currently are in a country where we get to choose, right? And people have different priorities. They have different values. Some people hear what he has to say and they don't believe him. And some people hear what he has to say and they believe him and they agree with him. So today's probably, your school day is probably going to look pretty normal. Okay, your teachers are going to do a really great job of, if you have questions throughout the day or if you have big feelings throughout the day.
Do you like these?
Are you sad?
I'm very sad.
And now you're crying.
Alright, so listen, I'm gonna let y'all know this right now, okay? So you little trumpets, like, y'all won. I know y'all happy, whatever the ain't nobody acting like bitter losers. However, y'all need to leave me the alone because I got one more cigarette in me before I start lighting your asses up. Alright? And that's word to the United States of America. Yeah.
So it looks like all the white women who voted for Trump are about to find out what Serena Joy went through when they cut off her little finger in The Handmaid's Tale. Because Trump's buddies are all over social media saying, hey, guess what? We are going to enact Project 2025, and Trump has just promised us all spots in his administration. Joke's on you. So have fun with that one, ladies, because we told you so. And when you are bleeding out in an emergency room, when they take away your right to vote, all of these things that are about to happen to you, they're not going to ask you who you voted for. They're not going to ask you what you thought about Project 2025 and you really thought it was Agenda 47 and that's not what Trump told you. They're not going to care one little bit because we're all going down with the ship. Okay? Because this country couldn't elect a woman president. They especially couldn't elect a woman of color. So So instead, you put a man in office who's guilty of assault, who's a felon, because you'd rather carry water for the white men in your life.
I'm going to get drunk today, and I'm going to act like an angry black woman, because I'm angry! I'm mad! I'm upset! I'm angry as bro. I'm angry. I'm hurt. My feelings are hurt. We always finish last. We always come last to everybody, even our own men. And you mamas be black. This shit is crazy. Y'all got black ass daughters. I'm angry as I'm gonna get drunk and cause a problem.
Donald Trump won, and I am very, very afraid that he might deport my mother-in-law. She entered illegally to the country, and she lives in Street 4, number 47, apartment D, New York. I am very, very concerned. That's right behind the green apartment. Yeah. I have nothing bad happened to her. The gate is always open. You don't have any dogs either. Street 4, number 47, apartment D. If you get deported, how my life would be. Why? Street 4, number 47, apartment D.
I don't even think you assholes realize what you did. Now because you elected Trump in office, I gotta go and spend less for gas, less at groceries, have a savings account that my kids can actually be proud of. We could actually do something with it. I don't know, maybe like a vacation to Florida or something. Who knows? Now I gotta get used to a strong economy, secure borders, no new wars. What kind of shit is that? Make America great again.
I'm feral today. Feral! If you see me, keep walking. Do not make eye contact. Do not square up at me. Don't act like you know me. Like, I want to eat... Like, maybe they voted for Kamala, but, like, I want to eat them right now. Like, I want to take a bite out of those glutes in a bad way.
Here are some of the easiest ways to leave the country as an American. Sorry guys, I simply cannot smile at the moment. It's been a long 24 hours. If you're under 30, consider the Australia or New Zealand working holiday visa. Granted, this is a temporary fix, but Australia allows American citizens up to 3 years on a working holiday and New Zealand offers 1. So that could realistically get you through the next 4. These visas are both really easy to apply for. They cost around $450. I personally did a year in Australia. I have a lot of videos about that. I'm happy to tag you if you need more info. If you have a way to make an income online, consider a digital nomad visa. Lots of different countries offer this. It's typically a 1-year stay. For this option, I would look into countries like Portugal, Costa Rica, or Albania. Another option you can consider is teaching English in another country. Now, granted, this is going to be a lot easier if you do have a college degree, but there are some countries that allow you to work as an English teacher without a degree. Just get your TOEFL certificate online. It typically just takes a few weeks to complete that. And if you don't have a degree, I would recommend looking into countries in Southeast Asia or Eastern Europe. Another option is looking into opportunities based on your heritage. If you have grandparents that came from somewhere that is not America, you can look into that country and see what kind of visa or residency programs they offer. For example, I know a lot of us have Irish heritage. If you have a grandparent who is an Irish citizen, you can look into getting residency that way. Lastly, if you have a specialized skill, look up where that skill might be at a deficit around the world. For example, I know Canada is willing to sponsor for tech or healthcare typically. Australia and New Zealand are always looking for teachers and nurses, and Denmark and Germany both really value IT. I personally am working diligently on my exit plan. Stay safe out there, guys.
We are about to enter a political period that will have consequences for the rest of our lives. We cannot give up. We now find ourselves in a time in history that has precedent, and we find ourselves, I believe, in a time where there are, let's say, peers in history of mass movements of people that mobilize to protect one another in times of fascism and authoritarianism. And this is the era that we are poised to enter. Donald Trump has talked about
turning the military on U.S. citizens that he deems his domestic political enemies. Authoritarians and people that he affiliates closely with and strongmen abroad, in regimes like that, it is not uncommon to jail political dissidents or legislative opponents. This is the world that we very realistically may be entering.
Well, that was absolutely horrible. I just dropped my son off at school, and there were dozens of parents, unlike ever before, walking their kids all the way to the gate. There was at least a half a dozen parents holding their child and crying with them. Crying with them. And parents crossing the street and walking their kids all the way up to the gate and stuff. And nervously, all of us kind of looking at each other. And we're all thinking the same thing. And we're all just scared parents. Scared. I cannot even begin to tell you how weird that experience just was. Because normally I drive up, I walk my son to the gate. You know, I'm one of the few. It's usually me and some other guy in a sweatshirt all the time. Not today. Not today. It was packed, and every parent was walking their child all the way to the gate. And there was tears and crying and hugging and holding. And yet we do nothing. That was unbelievable to witness.
I'm so glad you guys got your cheap ass groceries and your cheap ass gas, cause you're broke as shit. You're broke. You're broke. Broke. I said I'm being serious. Broke.
Guys, it's the day after the election and Trump won. And I'm gay and I'm scared. But I need to leave the house and I can't hide forever, so I'm just gonna go ahead.
Hello? Hello? I'm here. I'm gay. I'm living my life freely. I'm gay. Come and get me. Oh God, come and get me. Where are they? It's almost like nobody cares.
Even though it's signs of...
That's a hypothetical. I understand what you're saying. We were talking about this as we were driving from Washington, D.C. I don't know if it was necessarily even Kamala Harris as a bad candidate. I just think Donald Trump, Donald Trump has a strong following. It's almost like a cultish type following. He's a god to them. And I don't mean that in a derogatory way. People, his supporters love him. They turn out for him. And I don't know if any Democrat that they put in the race could have overcome that this time. Okay. Perhaps there is someone we were wondering could Gavin Newsom have won? Could have been Big Gretch or any. We're just like positing all of these things. I don't know if it was necessarily Kamala Harris. I just think Donald Trump is he's a strong man. For folks, people, he's drawn in by a lot of people, and for whatever reasons, whether you believe it or not, that's it. So I think he was just the stronger person with the bigger following. It's just that simple. Okay?
It seems like his voters were very much Christian nationalists or faith-based people.
A lot of them, not all of them. That's a big part. That is a part of them. Yeah, he does have some Christian nationalists. He has some white nationalists. He has some, just normal Christians. He has working class people. You can see he has Hispanic folks now, a lot of Hispanic support now. But he has a broad coalition, broader than I think Democrats did not give him enough credit for. Now, do I agree with his policies for the most part? No. But I can give someone, they said, hey, look, I can give someone their due. And he had a bigger following. He won. He not only won the electoral college, he won the popular vote. So it's a fair and square election. We have to move ahead, and that's it. That's how we do here in America. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
One last comment. I just want to tell people, try not to negatively forecast.
I'll keep it quick. I'll keep it quick and succinct for you.
Yes, ma'am.
So here is what I have to say. I think that people clutched on to their YT fragility. I think to see a highly educated Black woman was really challenging. And we see that with the rhetoric in terms of she's word salad, she's not educated, all of that is really just designed to denigrate Black women, especially highly educated Black women. And I just think it really comes out of that unconscious bias and confirmation bias. I think a lot of YT people, for whatever reason, they just refuse to see that racism exists, that misogyny exists, and they want to clutch onto that emotional comfort. And unfortunately is going to be their downfall, I believe. So that's all I have to say.
Well, I will say that, look, it's always always looking for other excuses as well, that it's something other than what it is. Most times, the most obvious answer is the correct answer. And yes, you are right in that. That was a big part of it. I don't believe it was all of it, but we live in a very racist and sexist society. That's the God's honest truth. Okay?
Yeah.
Hey, y'all. So, yeah, I'm here to tell you, and so is Stormy. Stormy's also here to tell y'all about the plan. So the plan is, I called my mom and I said, hey, Mom. I said, have y'all heard? She was like, not yet. And I said, Donald Trump has 267 electoral votes. 267. You remember that plan that we came up when we was on vacation on Memorial Day? She was like, yeah, I do. I said, it's time to put that plan into action. So the plan is, children, Victoria, BC. I looked it up the first time he won office. Victoria, BC, they are one of the best places for Black people to go. They are one of the warmest places in Canada, and it's not too far from here, from where I live at least. So, and it's, you know, the cost of living is fairly cheap. So, yeah. So with that being said, the plan is Canada. And I know a lot of you guys are like, I don't have the money to leave. I don't have the money to leave. Baby, fuck this American apartment. I know that this is where I've lived for years. And this is all that my children know. I don't care. I don't care anymore. We're leaving. We are leaving. I have cat hair in my face. We are leaving. We are leaving. We are leaving. And my husband is a Trumpster. So guess who ain't coming? That's also why I'm whispering. I'm whispering because my husband ain't coming, and I'm whispering because, bitch, if I start talking regular, I'm going to be yelling, and I'm going to cry again. My lashes is already falling off because I've been crying. But the plan, like I said, fuck these American bills. That shit can wait. I am leaving before being the operative word. I'm leaving before that man takes office in January. I'm not going back. I am not going back. If y'all even looked at Project 2025, this would not have happened. And you can sit here, and this is how I know y'all didn't look at it. Trump has nothing to do with Project 2025. Why is his name listed 351 times? I'm leaving. Y'all better be too.